former Sooner, everybody. The reason they moved Bedlam, right? They moved Bedlam back a month before the championship game because they didn't want a rematch within the next 3 or 4 weeks. Or they tried not to get one. Well, they very well might get one anyway. But it won't be OU OSU. Might it be OU TCU? Well, Oklahoma can firmly put their flag, if you will, in Arlington with a win against the aforementioned TCU Horned Frogs, who we will now preview. The Sooner Stumper of the Week is right here. Are you ready for it, guys? What is TCU? What is their record in Norman? It might shock you guys. And I'll say this, guys. TCU has previously owned a winning record in Norman. But what is it now? It's close. Find out what it is. Plus, we'll preview the Horned Frogs, the Purple Eaters of TCU, and the Schooner Boomers of Oklahoma next. Babies and ladies and gentlemen, my name is Harry James. Welcome back to the show. The question for the Sooner Stumper was, what is TCU's record in Norman? And their hint was TCU previously has owned a winning record in Norman. The record right now is 4-3 in favor of Oklahoma. Remember the big batted ball back of for Stephen Parker last time right here at Owen Field. That's the one that gave Oklahoma the notch, at least in Norman. Where is that? By the way, it's at Owen Field, where they will play again, as we already talked about, TCU, where in 16 games, Oklahoma owns an 11-5 record. That's a 69% winning clip for the Sooners against the Horned Frogs. The last time TCU won the series was in Fort Worth, 2014, 37-33. Everybody that remembers that one, the Katy Perry game and Trevor Knight and that fiasco of a year. That's when the fiascos started. But last year, there was a fiasco that started before that. But then, Oklahoma turned the clock, including a 52-46 victory in Fort Worth in 2016 for Oklahoma. Which brings us to Saturday, where on the 11th of 2017, that's November 11th, 2017, sorry, on Fox, National Fox, 7 o'clock p.m., the Sooners will face the Horned Frogs of TCU. If you want the national broadcast, you're going to have to go to Soonersports.com, maybe tomorrow. Usually it's up kind of late Sunday night, early Monday morning. They usually have it ready to go rocking and rolling. So look for that. Or you can listen to the radio broadcast of Toby Rowland, my personal friend Toby Rowland, and his partner in crime up in the booth, Merv Johnson on color, and on the sidelines, Chris Plank and Teddy Lehman of Sports Talk 1400, and Rufus Alexander of 107.7 The Franchise in Oklahoma City, and 107.9 in T-Town up in Tulsa. The football pregame remotes for the home games are as follows. You can go to the OU official tailgate party. That's OU, the Sooner radio crew and everybody is at Sooner Fan Fest. That is across the street from the McCaslin Fieldhouse in Norman, so look for that. On Campus Corner, that's where Sports Talk 1400 is before that. Toby and those guys, that's where they hang out before that. That is at Balfour, inside of Norman, or on Campus Corner, I'm sorry. Across the street at O'Connell's, WWLS, that's where they hang out. And all day long, 107.7 The Franchise in Oklahoma City, 107.9 in Tulsa, the 107.7 cast hang out at the corner of White and Asp on Campus Corner on football game days. And then during the game, you can listen to the Coach's Cabana Show. And on home games only, they do it from Louis, outside of Louis. Mark Rogers, former coach Barry Switzer, and former quarterback Thomas Lott. They'll do that for you. They'll hang out with you. They'll do autographs. They'll do pictures. They'll do all that before, halftime, and after the TCU Oklahoma matchup. So that's the pregame and what's going on outside of the stadium. What's going on inside the stadium is the football game. So let's break down the football game. Oklahoma. They are up to averaging 45.00 points per ball game for the Sooners, while averaging 608.22 yards of offense per game. Defense, Mike Stoops and company, they allow 28.22 points per game and 413.11 yards per ball game for the Oklahoma Sooners under the tutelage of their new head coach, Lincoln Riley, in his first year. Lincoln was a quarterback at Texas Tech in 2002, and then in 03-04-05, he was a student assistant with Mike Leach in Texas Tech. This is Lincoln's first year at Oklahoma, so he doesn't have a true record yet finalized, but doesn't take over a bad team from last year. Went 11-2, 9-0 in the league play for the Oklahoma Sooners. Like we talked about, Lincoln doesn't have a true record yet, finalized record. So he doesn't have a bowl season yet either. So no bowls from Lincoln Riley. But since the turn of the decade in 2000, they do have divisional and conference championships for the Sooners. And they're trying to add another one this year. But the ones that are already for sure in the case, out in the new Switzer Center. What about division titles first? 2000, 02, 03, 04, 06, 07, 08, and 2010. Those are all South Division championships for the Sooners. But no one cares about divisional championships. They worry about the bling bling, baby. The bling bling that goes with the ring ring and all the diamonds. Well, they've got those too, plenty of them. They've got 2010, 2000, 2002, 2004, 2006, 07, 08, 2010, 2012, 2015, 2016. So far, they're looking for 2017, and they're on a collision course to be in good shape to get there. But how did they get on that collision course to get there? Well, it goes as follows. For the 8-1 Sooners, 5-1 in Big 12 play, including wins against UTEP, University of Texas El Paso, 56-7 to open the season. They then went on the road at Ohio State, 31-16 was the final there. They came home and faced Tulane, kind of a quirky offense. Didn't look too quirky for Oklahoma though, as they get them 56-14 victories. Then Big 12 play started. And they started it out at Baylor with a 49-41 victory over the Bears. Then came that lone home loss on the home side. That loss on the loss side to Iowa State, 38-31 over the Cyclones, to the Cyclones in Norman. Sooners then got back on track in Dallas, 29-23 victory over the Longhorns at their state fair. Another roadie, this time at Kansas State, 42-35 win there. Got to come home for homecoming for Bob's Day and got the win for Bob, 49-27 victory there. And then last week got a big 62-52 victory over OSU and the Aggies to set up this game against TCU and the Purple Eaters of the Horned Frogs. Speaking of the Purple Eaters of the Horned Frogs, this is how they look. We'll start with them offensively, averaging 35.78 points per ball game and going to average 434.89 yards per ball game. What about my cousin and his defense? Well, they're not too bad. They are only allowing 13.89 points per ball game for the defense. And defense yards per game, they allow 284.11 yards a game does the TCU defense. Gary Patterson, he's the head man in Fort Worth land. Played his college ball at Kansas State 1980 and 81 as a junior college kid. Coaching started officially head coach started in 2000 at TCU. So far, he's got 149 wins to only 54 losses in Fort Worth to get a 73% winning clip. Bowl games, now he does have a bowl record in that this isn't his first rodeo like it is for Lincoln Riley. In fact, in 17 visits, he's 9-6. That is a .600 winning percentage for bowls. 6-7 last year, 4-5 in the Big 12. Their bowl last year of 2016, they lost to a team that's this year hasn't lost a game yet. Georgia, 31-23 loss there for the Horned Frogs. Divisional titles, they don't have any divisional titles because when TCU was in conferences, they never had divisions. But they do have conference titles, 8 of them. Got one before since 99. Got one in 99. 99, 2000, 2002, 2005, 09, 2010, 2011, and 2010, 2011, and 2014. Trying to get one this year, and just like Oklahoma, it's off to a good start. They're off to a good start to do so. 8-1, 5-1 in the Big 12, including wins over Jackson State, 63-0. They won at Arkansas, 28-7, and then SMU in Fort Worth, 56-36 victory there before starting Big 12 play and winning actually at Okie State, 44-31. Then beating West Virginia by a touchdown, 31-24. Staying hot and taking care of business against our old bud Bill Snyder. Get this one. In Manhattan at Kansas State, 56-6. They then played the other team from Kansas, got that one 43-0. They then went on the road at Ames, and that's where they had their one loss. 14-7 was the loss there. That one came to Iowa State. They got back on track this week, though, and beat Texas, their rival Texas, 24-7. That sets up a huge contest between Oklahoma and TCU. The winner, you would think, very well could be on their way to Arlington Cowboy Stadium for the Big 12 Championship. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. My name's Harry James. You can watch this, my picks, my Oklahoma State review, and all my other videos on YouTube, Boomer Sooner 1982. I also have them on my Facebook page, Harry James Taylor, or on my Twitter account, @HypeManHarry. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And as always, Boomer Sooner, everybody. Take care. I am out of here.